time, and we're coming to you live from Johannesburg in South Africa. Our Cameroon's opposition leader, Issa Tchiroma Bakary, has declared victory in the country's presidential election in a speech posted on social media, calling on 92-year-old incumbent President Paul Biya to concede. The declaration comes despite a government warning that only results announced by the Constitutional Council can be considered official. And to speak to us further on this, we are joined on the line by our correspondent in Yaoundé in Cameroon, Moki Kindzeka. Moki, good afternoon and thank you for joining us on Africa Update.
Thanks and good afternoon. Greetings from Yaoundé.
Now, Moki, Bakary declaring victory, how has this been received by government and Cameroonians alike?
In fact, there have been mixed reactions across Cameroon following his declaration yesterday that he is the winner of the October 12th presidential election. He said they should recognize him because it's the will of the Cameroonian people and is beginning a new era said to be that of the people who have made the choice for a change. He called on all government officials not to make themselves enemies of the people they have to serve, and then advise the military not to listen to calls by the ruling government to continue, for Paul Biya to continue being in power. Now, the reaction has been mixed, as I said, because some people really support Issa Tchiroma and they think he won, but others are saying he should have waited to see the proclamation of results by the Constitutional Council in 15 days, as the law says, before he can start making such declarations. So there have been mixed reactions. Those who support Tchiroma says he did a good thing. Those who don't support him say he didn't do a good thing.
Now, he is the former territorial administration, Paul Atanga Nji, warning recently that any publication of results would be considered high treason. Now, this is the Minister of Territorial Administration. Now, would Bakary have taken this into account before issuing his statement? What is making him so bold?
You know, Issa Tchiroma Bakary was minister for 20 years under the government of Paul Biya. He served as government spokesperson. So he knows the house, he knows where he has been serving for a long time and is counting on his knowledge. And there have also been claims that there are some people within the system, some people who support Biya, who are also not happy with his long stay in power, who may stand behind Bakary. So Issa Tchiroma is counting on his knowledge of the system he has served for a long time, and secondly, counting on the Cameroonian people to protect him. He himself said it, that as he's ready to defend his victory, he should be protected by the Cameroonian people. The Minister of Territorial Administration said high treason, that if Bakary declares himself as high treason, but Bakary has defied and even said if the Minister of Territorial Administration thinks he's strong enough, bold enough, and has enough support, he should come and arrest him. That was an open challenge Bakary gave the Minister of Territorial Administration in particular and the government of Cameroon in general.
Now, we understand that there were some tensions in some parts of the country. What's the situation now?
Now, people are calm now. People have gone back to work. They also believe that they need peace and serenity. They are also waiting for the results to be proclaimed. It is true, some results have been coming up saying that Biya is the person who won. Others are claiming that Tchiroma won. And civil society groups have been... That is what Bakary himself has said. He says, although he knows he's winner, he will be declaring the results today, and then he will wait also for the official proclamation to see whether they tie with what he is saying. So there is general calm. People are going to work, they're carrying out their day-to-day activities, especially in Garoua, where crowds came out and confronted the military. So now there is general calm throughout the country, but calm and expectations that the results should be out with the verdicts of the ballot respected.
Now, just hypothetically speaking, let's say incumbent President Paul Biya does win the people's vote and gets another term in office. What does this mean for Cameroonians?
It means something to the whole world, not only to Cameroon, and because Biya will be making history. He would have served for 50 years, because already for the 43 years now. The mandate ends in 2032 when Biya will be about 100. So you will get the news, record in the whole world that somebody was 100 years, served his country as president for 50 years. So that is history making, is unprecedented in the whole world. Secondly, Cameroonians most of them have surrendered their faith. They say they know that Mr. Biya will be there until maybe he dies in power. So there's no need even advocating and coming out strongly for change. A lot of people are preparing for elections. They say the after Biya period, that should be in about 2033, 32, when there are going to be fresh elections. So some people have surrendered. They say nothing will change now. Others are still thinking that with the mobilization to vote and the many youths who came in to protect their votes, something may change. It is balanced on both sides.
Well, Moki, we are watching this very closely, and I guess 2 weeks is around the corner, so it's something that we were all looking forward to. Thank you for joining us on Africa Update.
You're welcome.
That's our correspondent in Yaoundé, Cameroon. That's Moki Kindzeka joining us on the line. It is 20 after 12 Central African Time.